Hello there. This is Pans Dre Patton coming to you from the tower in Loves Park, Illinois. I haven't made a video in a long time, and I apologize for that. I appreciate all you guys who've subscribed. I've been dealing with some health issues. One is I've got a chronic cough, and that's kind of what really has inhibited me from making videos. I've got some coffee here, and I hope to be able to get through just a pretty quick, short video. So the health issues, one is, like I said, the chronic cough, and the other was I got an infection in my foot, and when you're diabetic and you get that type of problem, it can be traumatic, and it turned out it was for me. So about 2 weeks ago, the orthopedic told me that the infection had got to the bone in my left, they call it grand toe, or my big toe. And unfortunately, I had to have that removed. And so I'm in the healing process. That, like I said, it was about 2 weeks ago. And in the healing process and just kind of doing my thing. The orthopedic did say that it was what he calls a high functioning amputation. So anyway, I got a pretty good positive outlook on it. Hopefully once everything heals up, I'll be, basically back to normal, be able to drive and all the other things that I do. The other thing is that I had a COVID scare, but it turned out it was the infection in my toe that was making me run on a high fever. I've got this chronic cough, and there's my personal doctor is trying to go through and figure out what exactly is making it happen. And but the combination of those two, everybody's like, oh, COVID, and freaked out. So in the past 3 months, I've had 3 COVID tests, and they've all come back negative. So I don't have corona. And so anyway, even my stay in the hospital, they thought I had corona, and they ran two different tests, and both of them came back negative. So I don't have coronavirus. But this cough is really a problem. And so I battle it with cough drops and some other things. And but anyway, it's just, it's an annoyance, really, more than anything. As far as Axis and Allies goes, we haven't been playing very much. Originally in early July, or actually late June, my oldest daughter and her husband came up for a visit, and they were here for about a week, so we just kind of pushed everything aside while they were here. And then actually, before they got here is when the infection first started. And then when they left is when it started getting bad again. And because I got the infection, and it actually started to heal up. It started to look good. I was going to my doctor like every week, sometimes twice a week, and everything looked good. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it went bad again. So anyway, so my daughter was here, and then the problem with my toe, and just doctor's appointments and everything. So it just we just haven't been able to play. I finished my table. Been a long process, but back in June I actually finished. It was I will tell you, it was probably one of the more challenging things I've ever done. I'm not a woodworker. I'm not a carpenter. I've been in the construction industry most of my life, and my father-in-law had a table saw and a radial arm saw. He had some tools, but not all the tools I needed. So I bought some tools and actually made my table. I'm a little disappointed in it. I didn't get the little squares where the roundels go exactly the same, and so it was a little disappointing. But the fact of the matter is, it works. It's functional, and we've actually played on it a few times. I haven't finished the end where you kind of design where the rolling areas are and all that. I haven't finished that because I'm not really sure how I want to do it. I bought 2 cup holders, same as Sired, but I didn't put those in because I'm not sure exactly how much room I'm going to have, and if I do put them in, where am I going to put them? So anyway, but the table is functional. It works. We've used it. We've played probably 2 or 3 games on it, and before we had to push it aside. But my table is done. So I got a table. I'm going to redo the base that it's on. I built a base too, just kind of out of 2x4s, but I'm not happy with it at all. So I came across this guy on YouTube who he built a kind of like a table, an outdoor table kind of thing, and I think that stand will work for my table. So I just got to make a few adjustments and whatnot. But first, before I can do all that, I got to get my foot healed up. So, I've got a pretty large incision that's got to heal, and, just got to get, back to normal. I'm back, dialysis never quit, been doing dialysis, and just kind of doing my thing. Now, I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about my health situation. And if you want to tune out, I totally understand. There will be a little bit of religious content also. But so here goes. I need a kidney. I mean, it's just that simple. I need a kidney. I am O positive blood type, which so when you're O positive, that blood banks love me because my blood can go to anybody, but only O positive can go to me. So you would think, well, if you can, if you can take any and O positive is the most popular blood. Most people have O positive, and then it goes to different ones. So you would think there would be more kidneys, but the problem is there are more O positive kidneys, but more people qualify for O positive. So there's not as many, opportunities out there for people with O positive to get a kidney. So the best way for me to get a kidney would to get a personal donor, someone to come to me and say, hey, listen, I'm willing to give you a kidney. And I have 3 sisters, and none of them qualify for different reasons, and I'd rather not go into those. But it's personal situations with them, and so they don't qualify. I have 2 daughters. I will not take a kidney from my daughters. Neither one have had children yet, and with their mom and with my wife and I both being diabetic, the propensity of them becoming diabetic after they're pregnant is very high, and so that was not an option from the get-go. And my wife is not an option. We never even checked because she is diabetic, and she may have some kidney issues in the future also. So anyway, that's that's my situation. I need a kidney, and I'm very prayerful and confident that the Lord will see me through this, and that things will work out. But we I've been dealing with this for about 4 years, 4.5 years. And at this point, God has definitely seen me through this. He's given me a sense of peace about it. I've never been one who's been fearful of death, mostly because of my faith. And I just know that, most of my life I've given to the Lord. And of course, when I was young, I was stupid, did a lot of stupid stuff. But I just don't have that fear of death. And, when my time comes, I'm very comfortable with whatever happens. That being said, I want to see my grandchildren. I want to see both of my daughters get married. My one daughter got married last summer in a very small private ceremony. She's having a big shindig kind of thing this fall. And I want to walk my wife or my daughter down the aisle and my other daughter down the aisle when that time comes. Like I said, I want to see my grandchildren. So there are things in my life that I would love to see. I don't have a death wish. I'm just saying that if the Lord decided that my time was to come this year, I'm comfortable with that. I am very comfortable with the fact that, and the fact of the matter is, life is very short. You look back, I'm 52 years old, and I'm like, what happened? Where did it go? And but I've had a very good life. I'll be married 30 years, September 1st. 30 years. So, and I tell a lot of people, when my wife and I got married, we sat down and we talked about, and we decided that she would make all the little decisions and I would make all the big ones. And so far, nothing big has come up. No, obviously I kid. It's been, of course, any marriage has ups and downs, and I'm telling you, the love part is great, but it's the commitment part that really is the enjoyable part of being in a marriage, is being committed to each other. And we both took an oath before God, and we don't want to break that oath, and we wanted to provide a good home for our kids and set a good example for the generations that follow us. So anyway, the religious part is a huge part of my life, and because of that, I've been able to get through these health struggles that I've had. And so I just, those of you who are believers and have a prayer life at all, I just ask that you pray that the Lord give me a kidney, one way or the other. And of course, I don't want to have to see anybody perish so that I get a kidney. But if that were to happen, I just, So anyway, I am, like I said, I'm about 4 years on. I'm on a waiting list. I'm at UIC, University of Illinois, Chicago, and that waiting list, because they do it robotically, is a little bit longer than most. Most waiting lists are about 3 years. Their waiting list is 3 to 5 years, but since I'm O positive, my waiting is 7 to 9 years. Yeah, holy crap. Yeah, so I'm 4 years. So I'm a little bit over halfway. I just got renewed on the list last week. I got a call and she said, "Yep, we put you before the board. You got renewed, so I'm still active on the list, and just need a kidney. It's just that simple. Now, Axis and Allies has tied into this because it has given me a release, an outlet, it's something to do besides watch freaking TV. And especially with no sports, oh my gosh, I'm dying here. And, now they're talking about no college football. It's college football, baseball, and, and then, NFL and, some of the, I'm not a big basketball fan. I watch the NCAA tournament because it's kind of exciting. But, I grew up in Indiana, where we played basketball. It wasn't run and gun, shoot the three. And no, we played basketball. And what I see on TV isn't basketball anymore. I'm sorry. It's just my humble opinion. So anyway, but there's nothing on TV, and I'm sick of it. So playing this game has really given me a release, an outlet, something to focus on. I've played actually a couple of solo games, and I'm not really comfortable recording them yet. I think I guess I'm too. I don't know. I'm worried that I'm going to do something. People be like, "What are you doing, you idiot?" But because I'm really kind of new at the. But anyway, we played my buddy and I have played a lot of G40, and just recently we had a talk, and we're moving on to Bloodbath, and of course, the cards are changing. I literally ordered him a card deck, and then I saw on the text thread that Sired's changing the card deck. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So anyway, he and I both have not the most recent map, the one before it, 2.9 or whatever it was. And so I'm not sure we're going to upgrade. I think we're going to stick with what we got, and until he drops the playtest thing, we'll just kind of see where we're at. Because I don't know where these guys are getting these maps for like $60. I can't do it. I mean, around here, it's 110, 109. I think I got mine for 90 because I found a coupon. But $60? Never. Not even close. And my buddy, he got an oversized map for his room, and his was like 160. And he likes everything bigger and better, and I don't like to have to get up and walk around. I just want to do everything from my side. So, but anyway, so the game has given me a release, and that has really been a positive over this last year. Because if you go back to January of 19, when I first got the Europe and Pacific G40 game, I was probably not in a very good place mentally. I was just depressed. And, it sucks. And but things are a lot better now. Lot better. Just in a better place, and anyway. So that's where I'm at. And like I said, if you're a prayerful person, just pray that I get a kidney. And excuse me. All right, I'm gonna wrap this up. Hopefully I'll be able to get back to you guys pretty soon, make another video, and get that out to you, especially about the game and us moving to Bloodbath. All right, this is Panzer J. Patton signing off.